We are out here at SEMA 2024. Let's go check it out. And we're back. What's up guys, Brandon here. SEMA 2024 was quite the experience. It was some of our group's first time in Vegas to attend SEMA, and it did not disappoint. As many of you may or may not know, Lawrence's presence in the automotive industry is nothing short of influential. His passion for this industry has only grown over the years, as he is always putting in 150% to keep expanding and providing the best of the automotive industry for the ever-growing car community. Intech Racing has been servicing, fabricating, tuning, and offering some of the best aftermarket brands in the JDM market for well over 2 decades. With some of our distributors attending SEMA, Lawrence was determined to make the most of his time there by meeting with as many of our vendors as possible. With this goal in mind, Lawrence was ready to make some moves. Our group met at the airport early Tuesday morning to fly out to Las Vegas. We flew first class on Delta Airlines, and this was my first experience ever flying first class.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we're in the air, I would like to direct your attention to the safety instructions in front of you.
Being the tall-ass giraffe that I am, having that extra legroom was hella nice, not to mention the good food that we had with it. With a short 3-hour flight ahead of us, we took the opportunity to catch up on some sleep so we would be as well rested as possible for the long day ahead of us. What's up Lawrence, we made it.
Yeah.
Out here in Vegas.
Yep.
SEMA 2024.
And we're waiting for Annie, as usual.
Annie Doko.
15 minutes later.
What can I say? I'm in the back.
After we pooped and came back and everything.
Once we landed, we were greeted by our chauffeur, who took us to the hotel to drop off our belongings before heading over to the Las Vegas Convention Center. We're back! We made it!
We are back, baby!
Later that day, Lawrence made reservations for a very special dinner with our group, but first we stopped for a quick bite at In-N-Out before heading back to our hotel to check in at the beautiful Aria Sky Suites. And let me tell you, our penthouse was nothing short of bougie.
So at SEMA show in Las Vegas, I typically stay at Aria Sky Suites. Now, there's the Aria Hotel and there's the Sky Suites. Aria Sky Suites does cost a little bit more. It is more exclusive if you want to call it, but they do offer services like picking you up at the airport if you choose certain rooms, complimentary wine drinking and like drinks downstairs in their lobby. But a friend of mine got me hooked on the Sky Suites and I have yet to try a better experience at a different hotel. So if you ever want to try the Sky Suites experience, make sure you look it up. It's not just the Aria Hotel, you gotta look for the Aria Sky Suites. As some of you may know, I am a sucker for a good steak. I love cooking steak, I love barbecuing, I love going to eating Wagyu and so forth, tomahawks, you name it. So I was excited to hear that Peter Luger has opened a location up in Las Vegas. Been trying to get there for a couple years now. The last time I had reservations, they ended up canceling because something happened in the kitchen. So finally this year, we had a chance to go to Peter Luger's and try their famous steak. So I grabbed some of their staff and friends and we went over there to try it out. Maybe I was just overhyping myself or what, but I wasn't exactly thrilled with the service or the product. It was kind of disappointing. I don't know what to say other than I probably wouldn't go back there again, especially for the pricing they charge. But you can try it for yourself if you want. At least I got it knocked off my bucket list, I guess, but I was pretty hurt. I was looking for it for a few years, so after having it and it was such a letdown, I was kind of disappointed. We've been waiting for you to record, and then once we start recording. But try it for yourself. Maybe I went there on an off day. Maybe the servers were just having an off day because it was SEMA and it was crowded. Me and my group had an experience that you might not try again.
Okay, we're out here, right? I think we're side questing.
Side questing, navigating through different hotels.
My first time in Vegas, so she's gonna show me around the strip, I think.
I'll get you lost.
Yeah, we've already gotten lost in this hotel for like 20 minutes, so check back soon. Peace. Making our way through the strip, my eyes couldn't be averted from the glowing beam on top of the Luxor Hotel. Seeing this infamous light with my own eyes for the very first time brought back a plethora of memories, as it is extremely sentimental to me. The reason behind my infatuation with video production lies within Vegas. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Criss Angel. I started making videos with my friend of us doing magic tricks, pretending to be Junior Mind Freak. Mind Freak was Criss Angel's show on television, where he performed magic, stunts, and illusions. Not to mention seeing an old friend I haven't seen in years, the man who inspired me to create automotive content, Chris Petruccio, otherwise known as Crispy. I can't thank Lawrence enough for bringing me out on this trip to follow my passion creating automotive content for Dopamine and the place that sparked it all for me. All right, Annie, where are we at?
We're in Paris. After a series of side quests of exploring hotels and stuff and getting lost, we have arrived here with some dope-ass alcoholic blast.
SEMA Day 2. We are out here. One thing about SEMA is it's actually a trade show and not just a car show. The early beginnings of SEMA date back to the late 1960s, with only about 100 booths at its first event. Fast forward to present day, there are over 2,400 existing brands in this enormous venue. You can only imagine the massive culmination of vendors and consumers venturing through the halls of this convention center. So being a cinematographer, the best time to get your shots in is bright and early in the morning before the event even starts. By the time doors open for all to enter, Lawrence was eagerly on his way to his first meeting of the day. To be quite honest, it's truly inspiring seeing his dedication by spending yet another full day at SEMA in and out of meetings. While he was busy, I made my way around the trade show, checking out some of what our distributors had on display.
While walking around SEMA, I noticed somebody in the crowd, and it was Sasao-san from Grid USA and Grid Japan. And he brought us over to the Cusco booth where he showed us the Initial D Zeta seat and the Eurostar. I thought they were sold out in Japan, and he told me that they made 86 seats in Japan and they sold out quickly, but that he's also going to release 86 to the US market. That's it, no more. So all the other countries and stuff, you'd have to go through the US or Japan market. Japan sold out. We ordered a few. If you're interested in them, let us know. It is a collector item. It is a licensed Initial D seat from Grid Japan. You can send us a message and try and get you some.
Hey boy, you want to ride?
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Clocking in over 40,000 steps at the show that second day, I met up with the group at the end of the day to go out to one of Lawrence's absolute favorite restaurants in Vegas.
Every time we go to Las Vegas, we'll always try a couple new restaurants, and we have our favorite restaurants. We always try to make sure we stop by our favorite restaurants. And one of the places I got turned on to by a friend of mine is in the Palace Station off the Strip. It's called the Oyster Bar. Now the line can be long sometimes, but we were lucky enough to not have to wait too long. But what I recommend there is the seafood pan roast. If you love seafood, crab, lobster, shrimp, you like a tomato buttery bisque, this is the place. Especially with SEMA being sort of in the winter time or the beginning of winter, this warm, hearty seafood bisque with some rice on there just hits the spot. But be warned, there can be a long wait sometimes. Is it worth the wait? Almost every person that I have sent there or have gone there with said it's worth the wait. And if you want to really take a risk, they have different spice levels to it. You can try the higher ones, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Why is it spicy?
Waking up on our third and final day in Vegas, Lawrence wanted a taste of his homeland, Hawaii.
Another favorite stop of ours in Las Vegas is Zippy's. Now this is a chain store that started in Hawaii. I actually used to work there when I was living out in Hawaii. It's kind of a Hawaii staple. It's our fast food, so to speak. They have a really diverse menu, and it was cool to see that they actually opened up one of their first mainland locations in Las Vegas. All the locals go there. I recommend getting the Apple Napples. I had to get some to bring back with me to Seattle for the family. It's a local food hangout in Las Vegas. It's kind of pretty cool to have. And of course, while I'm there, who do we run into? Friends and locals. Some from Seattle, some from Hawaii. So it's kind of cool to just be there randomly, eating local food, local vibe. They know what's up, and that's where the good food's at.
After a delicious breakfast, our journey continued to spend our final hours in Vegas at SEMA. On our way there, we took the Vegas Loop, which is an underground transport system servicing the Las Vegas Convention Center. Check it out. Upon our arrival, something truly spectacular caught Lawrence's eye. From a distance, we could just see this dude. He's just firing this laser away at this rusty old hood, and it was wild because you just see him holding this hose with like a controller attached to it and nothing coming out of it, but on the other end, just a couple feet away from him, you see this giant glowing orange beam and what sounds like an electrical fire, but it's actually a machine that is used to remove rust. It is so freaking cool.
So going to SEMA is not only about the cars, it was also about the vendors and what they have to offer. And SEMA started as a trade show, and they like to show new product, new trends, new equipment. And then something we came across on our last day was those laser rust/paint and like solvent remover. It's a giant laser that just burns everything off the metal without damaging the metal too much. So we were walking by on our way out of SEMA, and lo and behold, we saw one of these machines. So we stopped by, talked to the rep there, and tested it out. It is pretty cool. It beats using sandpaper or chemicals, brake clean or solvent cleaner and things like that to strip everything off, possibly damaging the metal and so forth. But the laser seems to be the way to go. I don't know, maybe we'll offer this in the future. We definitely stay in touch with the manufacturer, and hopefully we can get one to offer to our customers. SEMA 2024 is in the books now, and this year I've mixed emotions. When I first started coming to SEMA, it was just vendors and people in the industry. It's sad to see some manufacturers not there this year. It's good to see some new ones. I did have a lot of meetings, and this is probably the first year I didn't get to walk the whole show. These meetings do tie up a lot of time. This year SEMA was probably one of the busier SEMAs for me. I'm always glad to share the experience, and I know some of the guys that went with us, they had a chance to go walk around and see a lot more than I did. It's a rough schedule. Now, a lot of people go there thinking, oh, it's SEMA, you can have so much fun, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's great, but it is a lot of walking. It is a lot of running around. It's a lot of talking. There is so much to see and do, but it's great to see the consumers come out, all the social media come out, show the product, showcase all these new companies. It's good for them. But all in all, it is always great to see old friends, make some new ones, and enjoy the time in the industry that we have.
So this is my first time going to SEMA. It's really overwhelming. There's so many things to look at. Really a lot of cool cars. Honestly, there's so many varieties, so many different builds. People have been so creative. There's so many different products people are selling, and to seeing them, it's been me very inspirational about how people how creative people can be. This is so much going on. I don't know what I'm doing. But there's also a lot of events happening in SEMA, which is really cool, and get to experience different things. Also, in Vegas, food is awesome, so definitely go for the food too if you ever decide to go to SEMA.